Good morning and welcome to PNB Sports Show. I'm Aroko Tom. Today we've got a very special virtual guest, the man behind the new king of Nigerian basketball, Akerannan Manasseh, owner and president of Marktown Flyers and Lagos Legend, the club that just won the 2025 Nigeria Premier Basketball League and clinched Nigeria spot in the 2026 Basketball Africa League. Manasseh, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. A huge congratulations to you and everyone at Lagos Legends.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Great to have you with us. For our viewers, Lagos Legend edged out River Hoopers 74-72 in a dramatic Final Four decider to lift the Nbbl title and claim Nigeria's sole BAL ticket, a landmark moment for the club and national basketball. Manasseh, thank you for joining us once again. Before we get into the details, tell us in one sentence how it feels to bring the title home and secure a BAL place on your very first outing as Lagos Legends.
I mean, it was not easy. You know how, there's in sports, nothing is easy. It takes a ton of work, preparation, getting the right guys, and all of that stuff. But I'm just grateful to God to committed to this program and saw it through.
Okay. Talking about the name Lagos Legends, we know that you bought Lagos Legends, and everybody's wondering what prompted Manasseh to buy Lagos Legends when he already has a team called Marktown Flyers. Was it always a strategic plan to compete at the highest level?
Yes, it's always been the plan. It's always been the plan to compete at the highest level. That's why. But we decided to come and start from the lower division just to build our way up. We bought Marktown Flyers 3 years ago, and we're supposedly in the Division 1. Normally, they have a Division 1 league every year for teams to get promoted to the Premier League, but unfortunately, since we started Marktown Flyers, we never had a chance to play and get to the Premier League. So in the 3 years we existed, so when the opportunity came, when I heard Lagos Legend was up for sale, it was what we wanted, and we didn't waste no time to get it. And also a big shout out to Dr. Ben, who is the previous owner, who handed the team over to me in under 5 minutes. So yeah, shout out to him.
Okay, fantastic. Talking about the Lagos Legends, I know it's not easy as a team owner for you to own one team and then for you to transition into owning another team. Just tell us, how was it managing a new team, getting a coach, getting a license, getting approved to play in the Premier League? What was the experience like?
I mean, it was not easy. It was never easy. Again, none of these things are easy, but because of the Division 1 team, because of Marktown Flyers that we've run the past 3 years, we had some young guys on the team. We had a coach. We had created some relationship with some guys too. So when the time came to compete at the highest level, it was. I don't want to say it was easy, but it was not as hard as it could be because we already had some young guys on the bench on our Division 1 team, and also we had created some relationships. So it was easy to just transition everybody into this program and for them to buy in and take this thing serious like we did.
Okay. Well, it's fantastic because not every day do we see teams just come into the league once and take the win. It's like you people came with the surprise factor. You people decided that, man, when we are coming in, we want to clinch it immediately. We do not want them to expect it. Okay.
Yes,
But
yes,
talking
that's a
about still on preparation, what support system did you put in
yes.
place? Probably medical, analytics, traveling, nutrition for the team to edge into the final four. What were the preparations specifically?
Um, to be honest, we had guys who were professionals who did not wait for us to put all of these things in place because we took over this team two weeks before the commencement of the league, and everything was moving fast. We couldn't get everything that we wanted because the other teams had gotten some of these professionals that we wanted, but we had guys who are players, and we had also guys on the management team who, we knew what to do, and we just reacted swiftly, and there was no hitches at all. Thank God.
Fantastic. I want to talk about one legend, one person that is the silent legend of this team, apart from yourself, obviously, Coach Michael Ikima. Tell me, how did you
Yes, sir.
get to Coach Michael Ikima? Some people call him the ninja. He was so quiet
Yes.
throughout. I think I only saw him shout like at in the finals. That was the only time I saw him shout. Every time he wanted to shout, you
Yes.
see him keep his cool. So tell me, how did you build that relationship, and how were you able to bring him to the team?
So, Coach Mike Ikema, Ninja, as we call him, is we grew up in the same city. We grew up in Makodi. We played basketball on the same basketball court, the Akerannan Stadium in Makodi. So we've had a relationship going for a long time. As a matter of fact, when I was still playing in the league, playing for Yellow Hawks, I think it was 2010 or 2011. I did bring him to Bauchi to come play for Bauchi Nets. So we go way back. We go way back. He's like my little brother. And after he started playing, he transitioned into a coach. He's the head coach of a Benue Braves basketball team, who are currently in the Division 1. And he was interested to know that the last team that beat the Royal Hoopers was Benue Braves in 2021 or 22, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 21. Benue Braves beat the Royal Hoopers. It was Ninja who coached the team to beat Rivers Hoopers again. And this year came and he did it again twice. So, Ninja is like as you can see from the results, he's one of the elite now.
Okay, fantastic. The River Hoopers game was tough.
Yes.
Well, you people played River Hoopers previously. In the final 8, you met River Hoopers because it was a round robin system that was used. We saw players play their hearts out. We saw that these players, it seemed like they were not just playing for money. They had a lot more at stake. They had things like pride at stake. We could see players like Patrick Abba, who has had BAL experience, who played for the River Hoopers in the previous season, then came to Lagos Legends. What prompted these
Yes.
guys to play like this? These guys played like they were extremely hungry. We saw them as the underdogs, but they came up. How was Coach Ikima able to bring out this fire in these guys?
So you see, all of the guys we had on our team, we gathered them purposely for the mission of winning the league. So everybody came with the intention and the belief that we were going to win. So that's why you saw everybody play with heart, play with energy, give everything they had. Patrick Abba is to me, Patrick Abba is obviously he was named the MVP and he deserved that. He's the best youngest player in Nigeria right now. This position, not just his position.
You're talking about Patrick Abba, right?
Yes, I'm talking about Patrick Abba. I don't even know how to put it, but Patrick Abba is the LeBron of this league. His size, the way he moves, the way he plays, his strength, he's on that level. And Unfortunately, he was not, because of visa issues, he was not able to make the national team. But his name is on the national team competing in Tunisia right now. So Patrick Abba is one of those kids who, in a couple years you would hear some different stories. Hopefully he will end up in the NBA.
Okay, fantastic. We're still talking about the players on your team. Talking about players that made the national team. We have Christopher Ogbepa. We have Chinka Garba, and right now they are in camp preparing for the Afro Basket. What is your take on these players? Because these players are fantastic. We saw a player like Christopher Ogbepa. He had a lot of rebounds. He had a lot of blocks. It seems like that was his trademark. Then we had a player like Chinka Garba. Chinka Garba was extremely patient. He put his body on players. Tell me a little about these players, because I'm still fascinated. Our viewers are fascinated how you brought these players together.
Yeah, those guys are the elite of the elites. Just a little correction. They're not in camp anymore. They're in Tunisia right now. They have their first game today by 5 p.m. I believe against Tunisia. They're playing in the World Cup qualifiers. We'll send them all our prayers. But Chinka and Ewache in the Nigerian league don't even need no introduction. Chinka in the past 2 years, Chinka sprung out of nowhere in the past 3 years. He was just a kid in Zaria. He went to school AB Zaria, and as of 2021, nobody knew who Chinka was. And today he's the best power forward in Nigeria. I had a call with him last night, just to encourage him, praise him, and yesterday also was his birthday. So we talked for a long time, and I told him to his face, I said, hey, in the past 2 years I've never seen anything like you. And just keep it up, man. The sky's the ceiling, or better yet, there's no ceiling for you, so just keep going. And also Chris Obekpa is Ewache. One of my little brothers too. He grew up in Makodi, played on the same basketball court before he left for America. He went to high school in America, and then he went to college. It would interest you to know that in college he was the highest shot blocker for 2 straight seasons. And he was on his way to the NBA. Before, of course, you know how things go, but he still has that talent. He still has that game, even though he's a little older now. But I think he's in his early 30s. But he still goes out. As a matter of fact, he was in the Basketball Africa League. I think not this last season. He was the highest shot. The 2 years in a row, I think he was the highest.
He was the highest shot blocker with about
so
four blocks per game.
Right. Yeah, so he's still elite, and thanks to my relationship with him, it was easy when I got the team. I gave him a call and he said, "Let's do it." So these are the type of guys that we had. Who knew what the business was, and who came and took care of business.
Fantastic. Now we're bringing it back to the finals against River Hoopers. You people dethroned the King's Men as the NBPL champions. They've won it 2 times in a row, and if they had won it for the 3rd time, that would have been a feat that no other team would have achieved. What was the mindset going into that game, and what was the tactical response? Because we saw you people like exchanging baskets. You people are great defenders. You have great defenders on both sides, but you guys were exchanging baskets. It was so tight, and a lot of people, I remember in the comment section on YouTube, someone said, these teams are going to give me a cardiac arrest, that one team should just blow the other team over. So what was your take? How did you plan this? What tactics were you going to employ moving into that finals?
So, like I said, from day one when we brought everybody together, we had one goal, just to go win it. Just go win this championship. So that stayed with everybody from day one up until the final. We didn't have to. The good thing is we had everybody buy into what we were doing, which was win the championship, and that just eased our jobs as coaches, because all we had to do is just say, hey, man, just give us your all. So as far as practice, I mean, we've seen Rivers Hoopers dominate the past 3-4 years, and most of the players are still there. So we know how, and we know they're gonna come out to play hard. They had the fans. The gym was rocking. It was really loud. At the point, I even asked myself, I said, "Hey, what are we even doing, man? They have a 6-man, and we can't compete with that." But our guys never lost focus. We just kept playing with energy, strength, just giving effort, and we said, as long as we give everything, we'll leave with the result. And thank God the result was favorable to us at the end.
Okay, so that's fantastic, but we are bringing it back to the big talk right now. We're bringing it back to BAL. How are the preparations for the BAL going? Are there extra training camps? What is it when it comes to funding, logistics, and sponsorships?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's been how many days? 4 days since we won the tournament. So since we won the league, so we take a break now, and we are not in we're in a new territory. So we're trying to get a hold, a hang on things, and just see how everything works. I've been in contact with the BAL people, so. Yeah, we are hoping to, as soon as possible, and as soon as we're able to get funding, just start preparations. Currently, I'm in Makati. I spoke with the commissioner of sports yesterday. They're willing to give us a historic, heroic welcome to the city. Hopefully, see the governor. And then just go from there. And also, Lagos Legend Mactown Flyers is a private team. I own it personally, and I've been running it. I've been running the team out of my pocket. But at this stage, it's not just we're not just on the local level anymore. So we are welcome to sponsorships, collaborations, donations, whatever. Companies, corporations, whoever wants to come in, we are more than willing to just work with everybody, just so we can achieve a great result going on the continental level.
That's amazing. And we wish you good luck with your sponsorships and your preparation. And obviously, at least one of our staffs are going to be traveling for BAL, and we'll be there to interview the team as well. But bringing it back, we've been told about the Mactown Flyers, we've been told about Lagos Legends, you've told us the story, but we also had some information that the Lagos Legends team name was what was sent to BAL, and maybe there were talks to try and change it to Mactown Flyers, but they said no, that this is the name that was sent and this is the name that we're going to use. How did that happen? Do you think that over time you people might want to change the name to Mactown Flyers and not use the Lagos Legends name?
Yeah, absolutely. We're still with the federation about the name change. What you're telling me now is news to me. I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was what happened, because I'm still. Even on Monday, after we won on Monday, I got on a call with the federation, and I made that clear that hey, we would want to go forward as Mactown Flyers, which was initiated when we first got the team, but like I said earlier, we took over the team 2 weeks before the commencement of the league. So um, the federation said there was not enough time for us to, do a name change, and we will do it after. So we're still hoping. If not, we'll go play as Lagos Legend. But also, it's not really about the name. It's about the game, and also well, as soon as possible, or as soon as we can, we'll get the name changed to Markdown Flyers.
Okay. We are bringing it to your roster. You had a compact roster that was able to compete here in Nigeria. Do you plan on keeping this championship roster intact, or will we see additional reinforcements like the way the River Hoopers did it the last season at the bar?
I mean, they say if it's not broken, don't fix it. But as we also understand that, going on the continental level is a much higher level of play. So we're willing to do any and everything that we can, to succeed on that level. As of right now, we don't know, but we are open to whatever is going to help us succeed.
Okay. Well, note you people have like 5 slots for 5 international players that you people can bring in. I'm still hammering on that. Do you think that Do you think that you are going to cover those 5 slots, or are we just going to see 1 or 2 players? Because you people have players that are on the national team as well.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I said, as for right now, we have great guys who just won the championship for us, and we trust these guys. We believe in these guys. If there's a need for us to, go shop for more players, for more talent, whatever, we'll do that. But as of right now, we're sitting pretty good. We're looking pretty good for ourselves.
Okay, so we wish you good luck when it comes to your roster, because I've seen that roster. That is a fine roster. I think I'm going to commend you first of all, because you people are a team that came in with players that are from Nigeria. We saw some teams coming with players that have dual citizenship and some white players, but you people conquer these players. So kudos to you guys. But when it comes to legacy,
thank you very much.
When it comes to the legacy of the team, what's the plan for the team?
Yes.
What is the plan for the future of this team in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? Because I know that for you to have bought these teams, you actually have a long-term goal for this team.
Yeah, so I mean, what can I say? We just came into the league. When you come into the league, this is what you aim for. You aim for the top. You aim to win it. And on my first year, we won it. So this is the standard. I would want to keep going up and up and up. In 10 years from now, I would want to have 10 championships, and right, and I would also something I do is Markdown Flyers has an academy too,
Okay.
and earlier this year in July, there was the West African FIBA Zone 3 under 17 championship for male and female, organized by the FIBA Zone 3 president Colonel Sam Amedu, which we did feature a team, and it will interest you also to know that Coach Micah Ikima was the one who took the team there, and we won that tournament. And also last year we were able to get 2 of our guys from my academy, Simon Obuche and Augustine Ayo James. We got them scholarships to go to high school in America. They're currently at Stony Brook High School in America, New York, doing great. So this as a franchise, a Markdown franchise, we have a program for the youth. We try to develop the youth, help them get scholarships, help them go to the next level, and on this level, we're trying to win as many championships as possible, and just continue to go up with the team.
Okay, fantastic. I know I'm going to add this, and actually this is my dream for your team, and I think our viewers will also agree. We've also heard that the BAL over time they might be planning to have a constant BAL teams from Africa instead of the normal qualifications and moving forward. So we actually hope that we actually hope that Marktown Flyers will be able to have a permanent team in the BAL. But moving forward, finally, how will BAL participation change Nigerian basketball landscape, and what role will your club play in that growth?
You've seen the state of the league the past 8 years. It has not been the best, but I think going forward, this year was a little better, than what we've had in the past couple of years, where you just play the conference and then you go to the final 8. This year we had the first phase, we had the second phase, we had the playoffs, which it was called the final 8, and then we had the finals, the final 4. So it was a lot better competition this year, and we're going to we had to play. We did get to play a lot more games than normal, so that was good. And going to BAL, like I said earlier, we'll get the right guys. We'll do what we need to do to go and succeed on that level. And hopefully by the time we get back, Nigerian basketball will look differently. When we go win it all, that would impact. That'll have a lot of impact on the Nigerian basketball. Everybody will look to come play in the league. We're not just gonna be looked down on anymore. So hopefully we go win BAL, and I think that would change the landscape of basketball in Nigeria.
Okay.
We'll have a lot more people coming into the league, and a lot more respect will come to the league. So yeah, that would change the landscape for sure.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Manasseh Archie, President Marktown Flyers and Lagos legend. It's a pleasure to have you, and we hope moving forward, when you people travel for BAL, that we'll be able to have some interviews with you and the coach and the team.
Absolutely. You can you have my contact, whatever you need, you could just let me know, sir, Mr. Tom, and we'll be more than willing to, grant you any interview that you want.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. And now we're moving to our next segment of the day, and that's the segment for our athlete of the day. And our athlete of the day is a player who has built a reputation on the rim. He is no other person than Christopher Ogbepa. Ogbepa's story is one of consistent specialist excellence. Born in Makurdi, Benue State, he came to the United States for high school before starting in college basketball, first at St. John's, where as a freshman he led NCAA Division 1 in blocks per game with 4.03 and finished his St. John's career as the program's all-time blocks leader. Those shot blocking instincts have been his calling card ever since St. John's University athletics. On the African stage, he's been equally dominant in the Bar Sahara Conference in Dakar. He led the tournament in block shot with 23 blocks in 5 games, an extraordinary mark that underlined his rim protection and pedigree. This season back home, Ogbepa's physical defense and rebounding were crucial to the Lagos Legends Championship run. He anchored the paint, grabbed key rebounds in tight moments, and helped the team pull through in the Final Four to lift the NBPL trophy. That same form has just earned him a call into the national squad. He's been named to the Tiger squad for the upcoming qualifiers. At 6'9", with an elite timing and instinct, some will say he's 7 feet. Ogbepa is the interior presence every coach dreams of, a defensive foundation, a rebounder who ignites transition, and a game changer in the clutch. For his shot blocking history, his role in Lagos Legends title, and his selection to the national team, Christopher Ogbepa is today's athlete of the day. Manasseh, thank you once again. Thank you so much for joining us and for your brilliant insights. On behalf of everyone at P&B Sports, congratulations to you, Coach Ikima, and the entire Lagos Legends family. You have added a thrilling chapter to Nigerian basketball history. We wish you the best in the BAL. We'll be watching closely. To our viewers, keep your questions coming on social media, and we'll try to share Manasseh's reply in our follow-up. Follow us on all social media platforms. On YouTube at Politics&BusinessTV.English, Facebook at Politics&BusinessTV.English, and on Instagram at PNBTV_English, on X formerly Twitter at PNBTV_ENG. I'm Aaron Kotom, and this is PNB Sports. Bye for now.